son, I love him. For him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Well, check.
On first down, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off? In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at the... Tyler Lockett, he's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 91 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Let's make these babies.
A quick pass out to Aguilar. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Hey, Delta. Mike 54. Mike.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Aguilar has it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting. 54, Mike. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, wahoo. 54. Mike 54. I'm here all day.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An Eagle 1st down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the Seahawks 33-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Wentz completes it to Aguilar. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Wilson. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jaron Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Eagles 7. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Eagles 7.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I'm going to hit you all.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Double tight. You got 3 down. Watch 89. Watch 89. Check your hot read.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
28 yards. That's good for Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Mike 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Done. Mike 54. All day, pump. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Mike 54. Not here. 57. Right there. 54, right there. Smooth. Who there? 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. You ain't doing nothing today.
Wentz now to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain there of 21 yards.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Mike 54. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Ram. Go get him. Mike's by 4. I got it.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Hey, for Tokyo! Bravo!
54, right there. 54, Mike. Down to lose one. 54 is Mike.
Kill.
Check. Watch 54.
Now wins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And he goes out right around the 39.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. Penny, a first down carry. Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins.
Malcolm Jenkins on the target. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Ingram hauls it in. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. Wilson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
53 to Mike.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Wilson will throw again. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Ricky. Sunday. Check. Hey, exit. Mike 54. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike's 49. Hey, Echo.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz, wide open receiver, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. To throw, it's Wentz. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, but it'll be second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the back, watch the back.
Forward, Tokyo!
Mike 49.
Go!
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Here's Wentz to throw. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Come to my work.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Hey, stand.
Mike.
Again, it's Wentz. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Elliott on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
17. Eagles 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Go. 280.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, let's get that ball, Let's get that ball.
On first down, it's Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
54. Watch the curve.
Lefty.
Check 13. Check 13.
Another run here with Sanders. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
I'm coming after you. Switch.
Black, come on. Hey, 74. Hey, Zoo.
Wentz. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go.
Man 5-7.
49 to Mike. 49.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. To throw is Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go, back. 180! What we got? 82, 14.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Hey! 5-7.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
5-9.
Watch 49. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 49.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Wentz now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll come out in the pistol. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, watch it.
Tyson.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Now Wentz. And he's got it. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a third and goal situation.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll try to run with Sanders. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber. Hey, kill him. Hey, 4 kill him.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Wentz to throw for it on 4. And it's caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face a third down.
Green 80.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Green 80.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
57 to Mike. 57.
Hey, orbit.
57. Mike, 57.
Here, shoot.
I'm here all
Hey, 57. 57.
57, Mike 57.
Wentz now on first down. He sets to fire deep. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Boykin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Next to score, Seahawks 24, Eagles 21. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Watch the pass. Jim.
Good job right there. Good touch.
Here's Carson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Hey, other side, solid. Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Hey, Delta!
57's Mike. Mike 57. I got you, son.
Here.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Good touch.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
49 to Mike. 49.
Hey, wahoo!
49.
Here.
49. Hey, let's get that ball.
I'm bringing it to you.
Wentz to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And give him a gain of 37.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
It's our time. 49 to Mike. Watch 49.
Hey, Alpha!
49 to Mike. 49.
Sunday!
Back to throw. Wentz. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 21 yards away, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, Eagles 28. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They run again with Carson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Mike, here we go. 180. Come on, dude. 57. 57. Two jet. Small.
54. Mike 54. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Here, see it.
One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep down, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Seahawks, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.